When we first filmed Blacktips, we were actually there to film tiger sharks. I was there with an old friend of mine, Mark Addison, who had walked a long road with me in filming of sharks, and we had developed all our underwater techniques together. The blacktip numbers seemed to increase the more we got diving with them. They are very beautiful sharks. They're fast moving, and they've got the typical beautiful lines of your predatory shark. It's usually mistaken identity, and often it is the spear fisherman who's pulling in his fish that happens to get bitten on the hand or the leg while the shark is going for the fish. Although they're not man-eaters as such, I think they can still be considered dangerous under certain circumstances. I find keeping eye contact with sharks is really good because they seem to keep their distance when they know that they are watched. This can sometimes be difficult when you've got hundreds of sharks around you, and especially when their behavior becomes a little bit erratic. But even so, it is amazing to be amongst so many sharks and really not to feel threatened. One day we had an amazing encounter where we were amongst all the blacktips and they were behaving in their erratic, fast-moving manner, and then all of a sudden, as if somebody switched on a light, the whole atmosphere slowed down, and I wondered what was going on. And then I saw this big tiger shark coming in, and it was like they picked up the tiger shark's presence and they were immediately subservient to the shark. Generally, tiger sharks will leave you alone. They will circle you, they'll look at you, and then they'll move on. But every now and again we found that especially the younger ones are a little bit inquisitive. Now you must remember, sharks don't have hands, so they can't come up and feel you. Very often tiger sharks will come up and actually mouth your camera. There are no teeth involved, but they come up and they grab it in their mouth. And this is purely checking out what the instrument is, because they've got ampullae of Lorenzini in their nose and they're very sensitive around that area, and it's kind of finding out what the object is. And this is clearly different to an attack. When they checked out the camera, they'll just move off and leave you alone. I've spent many hours diving with these tiger sharks and I've never ever felt threatened by one of them. Diving with blacktips and tiger sharks on one dive is really an amazing thing to experience. And I must say they've got a rate among some of my most memorable dives I've ever done.